Hello everyone and welcome back, and as you can see I've been a bit busy digging up a lot of sand and a lot more orange terracotta. So they say things have to get worse before they can get better, and I've definitely done the first bit, haven't I? My plan here is to have the fog effects going all the way across this area. So for those of you who know what I'm talking about, yeah, you'll understand. For those of you that don't, the quick version is I need to cover this whole area in glass, in stained glass, a few layers of it, at least 3 layers, probably more like 5. So as you can see, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of glass. So I've got a lot to do today. So let's have a look at what we've got from doing this. So this monstrosity of chests, I've just been throwing them down. I definitely need a storage area around here at some point, but I've just been throwing them down for now. And I've filled up, what was it, three double chests with sand and a little bit in here, so that should definitely keep me going for a while. And the rest of it, apart from these 2 chests here, I think that one as well, the rest of it is all orange terracotta with a little bit of some of the colours in there. So there's tons, there's absolutely tons of stuff. And the thing is, I don't really have much use for this, or I didn't, but I'm probably going to build a few things around here using that. I might as well put it to use. So the next steps. What I need to do is obviously get some sand, but that's not the first thing. I've experimented with a few colours for doing this fog, and I tried red and yellow and dark grey, but the one I liked the best was light grey, which is quite handy because that's very easy to get. It's not as easy as red and yellow. I could do the tall flower farm, and that could have been a lot easier, but light grey, easy enough. So what we're going to do today is build a fully automated flower farm. It's going to have all the bells and whistles, all the sorting. It's going to recycle the seeds into more bone meal that can be put back into the farm, and it should be a bit of fun. So I think what I'm going to do now is try and find an area where we can do that. But before I get to that, I should probably show you my pickaxes, because doing this has been a bit of an ordeal. So this one nearly gone, and these 2, and this is the 3rd time I've been through these. I've did the first lot this side over here, then repaired them, and then did this section down here, and then repaired them, and then finally I did this bit over here, and this is the state I'm in now. So I suppose the first thing I should do is get over to my spawners and repair these pickaxes. Okay, so I'm nearly there. Got 2 of the picks repaired, and just doing the last one now. And I think one thing this has taught me is I definitely need a better XP farm. This is alright, but it just takes a while to repair these. So I think an Enderman farm is probably going to be not too far in the future. Okay, so we've got the pickaxes repaired, and now we're over here just outside the quad witch hut. So all I want to do is just explain a little bit about the flower farms and how flowers generate, or sorry, how flowers are created in the world using bone meal. So in a plains biome, you get a large variety of flowers. So if I just bone meal this a bit, you can see I've got a few different colours here. So if you're doing a general flower farm, the plains biome is probably the best bet. But as we in particular want light grey, which is you get from these, and there's also another type, the azure blue, which we've just got down there, this one. We want to try and maximise those, because when you bone meal in any other biome, apart from a flower forest, the flowers will just generate randomly. So we got the oxide daisy there, but if I keep bone mealing this spot, I'll probably get another colour. Go on. There we go. So I think that was the same place. Yeah, so we're definitely getting different flowers in the same spot. Now, in a flower forest, it works very, very differently. So, as you can see, as they're generated in the world, this is how they will generate when you bone meal as well. So, we've got the azure bluets down here, and if I keep bone mealing this where the grass is, I'm going to get those over and over again. Now, there are a few little ones in here, but that's fine, because I'll probably get the same one there. So, what I want to do to maximise the amount of light grey dye that I can get is pick either a spot like this, where I've got these, or this one here, where I've got the oxide daisies. And I think these are light grey as well. What's this? White tulip, which you get light grey dye from. So this would be a perfect spot if I did it here. And then when I bone meal this, or when I get my contraption to bone meal this, I'm going to get the light grey flowers over and over again, which is brilliant because that's all I want. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pick this spot, and if I get a couple of other colours, it's not the end of the world, but as long as I get a ton of light grey, I'm going to be happy. And then what I can also do another time, build the same farm in another location if I wanted any other dyes. So let me get on with building up the first little bit of this, and I'll come back and explain what is going on. Okay, so I've done a little bit of sketching out in a creative world, and I've figured out where this farm is going to be built. So originally I did have it going one more row this way, but this block right here, this creates pink tulips, and the rest of it creates oxide hazes. So I decided to take this one row off, partly for that, but partly because it's absolutely crazy, this design that I've come up with. It is producing so much stuff, it's hard to collect. So what I'm doing here, there's going to be mine carts going back and forth along here and picking up all the drops from the farm that's actually going to be at this level here. Now, I did have 2 in my testing world, and that wasn't enough. So I'm going to put 4 going back and forth, so there'll be 2 rows each, because this is 8 wide. So minecart will come along here, down this one, back again, and then back, and then it'll go to an unloading station over there, and then there'll be 4 of those. So what you normally see with these flower farms is you have a dispenser below the grass. So if we just do a little mock up here, I'll just put a clock next to this. No, not like that, Phil. Put that like that. So that's a clock there, and if we put the bone meal in there, that'll bone meal any grass that's above it, which is fine. That's usually the way you see these farms work. So if I just keep breaking this sensor on, I'll keep working. But that's not what I want to do, because when you do that, you need to have hoppers going underneath to feed this, and it makes automatic collection a little bit difficult, because I have been looking up some other designs, and a lot of them are not AFK-able, because they usually have a clock like that going for a bit, and then you'll just walk around the farm and collect up all the flowers and the seeds and go do some manual sorting. But I thought we could do better than that. Right, so I'll get the first part of this built, get the rails in, and I get the grass on the top, and then we'll have a look at the rest of it. Okay, so that is the first part done. So as you can see, we've got all the powered rails going across here, turning at the end, and then stopping here, and then coming back. And then above, we've just got the grass placed just above the powered rails, and then also we've gone one over here as well, because obviously this one is going to get pushed across, and then potentially that could get bone milled as well. So just to increase the efficiency just slightly. And then we've got the glass to stop everything falling off, and we'll have that at the end as well, but there's one more thing I need to do before I can place that. And then next to the grass, at this side, we've got the pistons directly on it, with the blocks behind and redstone on top. And at this side, same thing, but a gap, because obviously the blocks are going to get pushed over here, and then these ones will push them back. And then this is all fully working now, so I've got the clock in, and a little on-off switch here. So we've got, once this observer gets pushed across, this will create a really fast clock, and then from there we've got a redstone line going into a repeater on 1 tick, and then on this side it's on 3 ticks, and it's as simple as that. So if we just turn this on, these pistons push it across that way, and then instantly push them back. So once this is getting bone milled, it'll get broken really quickly by this, and then we'll have the minecarts going underneath and collecting it, and it is really that simple. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is add in the circuit for the bone meal, which is really simple. It used to be that you'd have to come off your circuit, but seeing as we have observers now, this is so much simpler. So if we just have one watching this block, and then we put the 2 blocks there like that, and then all we need to do is place a dispenser on the other one with a bit of redstone on top of these blocks, and if we fill that up with bone meal, which all I've got at the minute is that, so what will happen is once this shifts both ways, this observer will detect that, light up this redstone, and then power this dispenser, which will bone meal on there. So let's give that a go, see if it's working. And there we go, that's how you build a flower farm, simple as that. So I'll get that done on the other side, and look at this little goal already. This is going to be crazy once it's going. So yeah, we just need to put the exact same thing on the other side to do this bit, and then we'll get on with the unloading stations. Right, so I've got the other bone meal circuit in there at this side, and then I've also built up the first 2 unloading stations over here just to refresh my memory, and then we'll do this one together. So we've just got these coming up a bit, because this, I like this, it's quite clever. I got this from Nembon's Guardian Farm tutorial, and it's a really clever way of compacting these two circuits. So what we've got is the top part that unloads the minecart into the dispenser, and then the section below is the bit that just checks the dispenser and spits everything out into the path below. So we're going to have a water stream going on here, and the dispenser will chuck everything out into there, and that's it. Simple as that. So this is actually 2-in-1 this. So we've got 2 unloading stations that go into one dispenser, and then we've got the dispenser circuit here. So anyway, let's go along this side and I'll show you how it's done. So firstly, we'll do the unloading section. No, don't dispenser, I want to drop it away. Now this goes at this height, just next to this block. So I'll put these here to do that. So it's easier if we go down to the one. So we'll break that, and I'll put the dropper in there. I'm trying to not make this too tutorially, but it's kind of unavoidable with this bit. So on the back of this dropper, we'll add another block, and then we're going to need another one next to it there. And I like to place one just below there, so I know that I'm going to have redstone on here. So all we're doing is taking the signal from the back of this with a comparator, and then that goes into a block like that. And then we have some redstone dust behind there, so that'll power that. Dust there, that'll power that. And then we just need to take the signal off this block with a repeater, and that's it. It's just your standard dropper circuit. So if I just put what we've got, what's rubbish? Let's put iron. Iron's rubbish. So there you go. That's all that does. Then with the hoppers, we can put that into there, and then no, break this block here. So this is where the minecarts are going to sit, or this minecart is anyway. So if I put a powered rail there and a normal rail there, what we're going to be able to do is turn this one on and off depending if there's anything in this hopper. So what we can put a comparator there, a block on the back of that, and then we just need a redstone torch with a block on top of there. Let's get up here first. I'll put a block there, and then a repeater. So because there's nothing in this hopper, this rail is powered. Now if we put something in there, let's just put that repeater there. That wasn't enough. It turns off, and then once it's empty again, it turns back on. So that's it, simple as that. So all I need to do is put some more hoppers on here. No, not like that. I got more hoppers. Alright, so just have 2 going across like that. And then I just need to, I don't need the drop circuit again because that's only for that one. And then I can just build the unloading circuit, and that's it. We should be done as far as the redstone goes. Okay, so that one's done as well. So let's just give that a test. Right, that's gone off. Now I've put something in that hopper. Let's just wait for it to run out, and then it turns back on. So that's great. So we can get these minecarts on here, and that is everything done for the collection system. So now I think we can give it a full test. So let's go down here and turn this thing on. Sorry about the noise. So there we go, that's getting bone meal and broken. And it should all be getting collected as well. Now it's all just getting thrown onto the floor here because I haven't got this sorted into chest yet. But it looks like this is all working. Fantastic news. Right, I think we need to build a sorting system now, don't we? And just like that, that is the item sorting system done. So I've put 6 filters in, and then we've got an overflow at the end. The first 3 all allow seeds through, and then the last 3 just the grey flowers. So I've done a little bit of design, but don't take too much notice of this because it's not staying. This is very, very temporary. But we'll get to that in a sec. So I've been running this a little bit, and I've already got a little bit of the bone meal coming through. And yeah, I think I'm doing alright for the grey flowers. This thing is absolutely mad. And we've got one spot, I'm guessing it's just one spot that has the pink tulips on it. But after all that, we've got all of this and 5 pink tulips. So yeah, I may have gone a bit overboard on this. I didn't realise it would produce that much so quickly. So I may have to scale it back if I ever do another one of these. But when I say that this room is temporary, what I mean is I'm thinking of doing some more of these around this area. So we've got a swamp obviously there for the quad witcher, but there is another little one just over there. So I'm thinking if I put one there for the light blue flowers, and if I see any other colours around here I want to use, I could get those. Or there's a plains biome just there and just next to me just here as well. So that could do like the variety of the red, yellow and blue ones. So I think what I'm going to do, when I do build these, I'll have a bigger sorting system that's central to all of them. And then it could just sort out all of the flowers and then take the seeds from all of them at just one place to process all of the bone meal. The other thing I did, just down here, I wired this up to one switch. So I've got 2 redstone lines coming off the back of this lamp. So one of them goes into this block, which has a redstone torch there, which powers this. So that turns off these redstone torches that are under these stone bricks. So on top of those, we've got the minecarts just sat there. So when I turn it on, it'll let the minecarts go across and it'll collect everything above. And then the other line goes into this block, which powers this sticky piston and turns on this clock. So it's just one switch and it turns on the farm and the collection system. And it is so loud, I really should turn that down. So yeah, nice and simple, but pretty complete as well. So I'm very happy with how this has gone. So I was planning on building a big smelting system next, but unfortunately I'm running low on time and I really don't want to rush it. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that to the next episode. And on that note, I think I'm going to leave it there because I got a little bit carried away with this, as you can see. And also that time lapse at the beginning took hours, so I'm definitely out of time for this episode. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to leave it there. But if you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye bye.